Welcome to the channel, guys. It's iiKnows, No Stopless,
Trent Taylor.
My man's. We're going to be talking about the NFL, college basketball, college football, the NBA, MLB, drafts, free agency, trades, whatever you want, we're going to give it to you. But today, we're going to be talking about Week 10, NFL preview, and college basketball preview for the season. Trent, can you start us off with the first game?
All right, so we're going to start with the Panthers and the Steelers. That game's tonight. Pittsburgh's favored by 3.5 points. So, what do you think's going to happen? We got.
Yeah, who's on the injury report?
Going to cut this part. I'm trying to find it.
God damn, I'm trying so hard not to laugh. This show is goofy for the first time.
Here,
It's in the P's.
yeah, no, they do it by division. My phone's like jumping around. All right, so Ryan Khalil didn't practice this week. He's supposed to be a game time decision, and Tyler Larson, the backup, would be good to go. That's the only big injury this week for the Panthers.
All right.
So for the Steelers, we have obviously Le'Veon Bell's still out. He's not going to be playing.
Yeah.
Marcus Gilbert's out. Dan McMullers, their defensive tackle's out. But Matt Feiler is supposed to be. Apparently, he's been playing pretty well this year. So
Yeah.
he's at right tackle for the Steelers right now.
That's probably for, yeah, Marcus Gilbert. No. Oh,
Yeah.
we're cutting up. But with the Steelers, they've been playing well all year. They've been getting the ball. The AB, Juju Smith-Schuster, they've been doing their thing all year. That's mainly their passing game. The passing game's been great, like they always have been. I don't see the Panthers being able to stop the passing game with their corners and the secondary that they have. Because if you look at it, they're not very deep. They don't have much talent. But the matchup that I'm really interested to see, Luke Kuechly on the inside against James Conner, because James Conner's been doing his thing all year. I don't know. What do you have to say about it?
Well, I mean, really for the Panthers, their front seven, they're not really talented on the front seven. They have Luke Kuechly, that's about it. Thomas Davis is at the end of his career. Shaq Thompson kind of leveled out.
Fuck myself.
What?
I keep laughing. You're gonna have to say all that shit. I'm sorry.
All right, so how do I start this shit?
The front seven.
But yeah, so for the Panthers, their front seven hasn't been great this year. I mean, they have Luke Kuechly, but on the front line, I don't think there's anyone that really scares the Steelers. And the Steelers have a really good offensive line, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
they're a more underrated offensive line. The only player that would scare the Steelers is, like you said, Luke Kuechly.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I don't see any reason why the Steelers can't put up almost 30 points in this game. For the Panthers, I mean, I don't think the Steelers are really afraid of Cam in the passing game right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I'll take the Steelers by, say, 28-17.
Thing is, this year, North Turner, Cam, they've been meshing really well, and I haven't seen anybody been able to really stop them except for maybe your Redskins. They've been.
Yeah, I mean, they've been pretty good, but I don't know. I can't trust Cam. You know.
I think Christian McCaffrey tonight, he's gonna have a big game. He's more athletic than any linebacker on the Steelers, and he's gonna get out in the open space and make people miss.
Yeah, he's the key for the Panthers tonight. That's where the Steelers are going to really miss Ryan Shazier. That would have been their guy to go and lock him up. I mean, maybe your guy Edmonds could step up and make a play, but
yeah. I think the Panthers are gonna win. I think they're gonna win 20-20.
You said the Panthers?
Yeah.
Damn. I wouldn't do that, but all right, let's get into the next game.
Amen.
So for our second game, we have the Lions and Bears playing tomorrow night at 1 o'clock. Or tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I'm going to restart that.
Yeah.
So for our next game, we have the Lions and Bears playing at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Bears are favored by 7 points. And for me, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I'm going to check the injury report real quick because I know there was a thing with Khalil Mack.
Yeah, I know he's questionable.
Yeah. So, yeah, it says here, Khalil Mack, he's questionable. Allen Robinson's questionable. DeLon Nichols, I think that's their backup defensive tackle, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Adam Shaheen, that doesn't really mean much to me.
Yeah,
And
he's
Trey
a guy.
Burns.
Yeah.
Trey Burns been the guy.
He's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Getting the work done.
Yeah.
What about the Lions?
For the Lions, TJ Lang has a neck injury that's going to be monitored week to week, but with a neck injury, I highly doubt they're going to push him
Yeah,
to play.
I wouldn't push him either.
Yeah.
They need him for later on in the season when they got to play more divisional games.
If they're even in the fight later on.
Yeah, maybe we'll just rest him for next year.
Yeah, but Kerryon Johnson was limited in practices
He'll
yesterday.
He should play.
Yeah, I think so. And Darius Slay was out, but he's one of those guys that misses practices all the time. He always plays on Sundays. So.
Yeah. As long, yeah. They don't need to get him hurt during this game.
Yeah.
Well, in practice.
Yeah, he's too good of a player. But that Bears defense has been great with Khalil Mack, without not as much.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think I might take the Lions in this because
Really?
I mean,
You're pulling for the upset, Trent.
Matthew Stafford, he
Matthew
can
Stafford.
pull some things off.
He can put things up whenever his line can fucking block.
He can pull some things off. I think that secondary might be a little weak. I don't know. Might be a little weak.
Who, the
And
Bears?
yeah,
Yeah, they've been off and on all year.
exactly.
That's their problem. Kyle Fuller's got to step up. Adrian Amos in the back end, he's got to step up.
Yeah, I mean their safeties are great with Amos and Eddie Jackson.
Yeah.
But everyone's been inconsistent in that secondary, and I'll take Stafford over inconsistent secondary any day.
I don't know, Trent. I cannot see what happened last week with the Vikings putting up a franchise record 10 sacks. With the Bears' defensive line being as ferocious as it is, that
Well, if Khalil Mack plays, that completely changes everything.
he's probably going to play. Well, he might not because they have a big divisional matchup next week. But still, with that defensive line, they have Akeem Hicks. They got Eddie Goldman on the line. Those guys, they are something. Linebackers, Roquan Smith, he is the dog. He goes sideline to sideline, make all the tackles on whoever they have in the backfield. Carry on, I don't think he's going to do much. Mainly because that offensive line, line is just atrocious right now.
Yeah.
They traded their best player, Golden Tate, their best playmaker. I don't see Marvin Jones, Galladay, T.J. Jones, even Theo Riddick in the slot really doing much.
I think Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay,
He
don't
can step up. He can make some plays.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Kenny Galladay is great. He is. Everybody in Detroit calls him Baby Megatron, but right, you can't compare somebody unproven like that to Mr. Megatron. He is a dog, man. But I got the Bears winning. I think they're gonna win. I think it's gonna be blowout. I think they're gonna win 31-10.
Well, I'll say this: if Matthew Stafford can get it going, I'll take the Bears in a shootout, or the Lions in the shootout.
Yeah.
But I mean, if Khalil Mack's in there, Matthew Stafford doesn't get going. I think it'll be a blowout. But I have faith in Stafford this week.
I mean, Trubisky's been playing well. Jordan Howard, he hasn't even been producing, but he gets those tough yards.
Tariq Cohen's an animal too.
Yeah, they call him the dinosaur. They call him the dinosaur because it's like Tariq. I don't know. That's what they do in Chicago, I guess. But whatever.
I don't get it.
What's your prediction?
So, officially, you changed my mind. I'll go with the Bears. I'll take the Bears. I'll take the Bears 24-13.
All right.
24-13.
On to the next one.
All right. All right, so for the next game, we got the Saints and the Bengals, and surprisingly, the Saints are only favored by 5.5 points. I don't agree with that. They've been playing great. Okay, the Saints are probably the best team in the NFL right now. I'll take them over the Chiefs right now, just because of the quarterback. No, I mean Pat Mahomes has been doing his thing.
What about
but
the Patriots?
I'll take the Saints
What
right
now.
Right now.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think the Bengals have any chance. They've been playing pretty good this year, surprisingly good this year.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just don't think. I don't think Andy Dalton has what it takes to win a shootout against Drew Brees in that offense
Yeah.
right now.
Especially because Tyler Boyd is going to be their number one receiving option now. Aside from him, you look around, you got
Eifert, but I didn't check the injury report to do that.
they got John Ross. He could take the top off the defense and everything, but I don't even know if he's going to play.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting Bernard back, but still, the Saints have the best run defense in the NFL. They did their best to shut down Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley's top 3, top 2, top 1 back in the NFL right now. I don't see Joe Mixon and Bernard really getting their stuff going. Bengals defense though, they got Burfict in there. They got William Jackson, Geno Atkins up the middle. Maybe they'll get a sack or two. I doubt it. If the Rams and the Vikings couldn't get a sack these last 2 weeks, I don't know if the Bengals will be able to. That's gonna be tough.
Right here, on the injury report, it says all of the Saints offensive line is dealing with injuries right now. They all have little nagging injuries. I mean, they're all going to play Sunday, but you could look at that to maybe be a factor eventually in the game with the veterans that the Bengals have on the inside, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, Carl Lawson, he's been doing pretty good too. He's good off the edge.
He is an M.
Yeah. Marcus Davenport's out for the Saints. He's been a rotational guy for them.
Yeah.
He's been pretty good in spots.
I think he got a sack last week, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. But overall, I don't think the Saints are going to have any issue.
The only thing that the Saints cannot do, they cannot let off the gas like they did last week and let the Rams get back into the game.
Yeah.
That makes
was almost costly.
Yeah, could have cost them the game. Could have cost them future playoff implications. But with the way that Drew Brees is playing right now, Michael Thomas, and newly acquired Des Bryant, I don't think that the Bengals are going to be able to handle those two on the outside. And then you got Kamara and Ingram in the backfield. They're going to catch a lot of balls, get a ton of carries. Drew Brees probably won't even have to throw the ball this game, if we're being honest. He's going to torch. I think they're going to torch the Bengals now.
Yeah. That's another thing I wanted to talk about a little bit more was Des Bryant.
Yeah.
What do you think about that addition?
I mean, it's a good depth piece for sure because he's probably fresh.
Mm-hmm.
He just once he gets acquainted with the playbook and finds a rhythm with Breeze, it might be a little Romo Dez-esque back in Dallas, man.
Yeah.
Those two together, they man, you couldn't stop them.
Right. Well, right now I think he's probably going to be like number 4. I mean, they have Traquan Smith playing really well. He might be in the number 3 option. Put Smith in the slot whenever he's in there. But I mean, I really look for him to be a big factor in the playoffs because I think his leadership and his experience. Well, not leadership, but
yeah. He's not a leader. He's telling get out of my face. No.
But yeah, his experience in the playoffs, his energy, the energy he brings, that could be a factor in the playoffs.
That fire he brings, man, it's something special.
Especially since the last time he was in the playoffs, he dropped that one pass, you know.
And I thought it was a catch.
Wasn't a catch.
I think
we'll talk about that another day.
I believe the Saints are gonna win. I think they're gonna win 26. No, scratch that. They're gonna win 34-27.
I'll take the Saints 35-10.
All right.
I think it's a blowout. I think it's a shock for the Bengals this week,
to say the least.
Yeah. Next we have the Falcons and the Browns, also at 1 o'clock. Falcons are favored by 6 points this week.
Yeah, I don't really expect the Browns to do much. I mean, their offense got going, even though they got blown out last week. That man Kitchens calling the plays. He's gotten Duke Johnson more involved, which I think is great because he's a great pass catcher out of the backfield and is James White-esque. Jarvis Landry, maybe he'll get going. I don't know. Baker, maybe.